Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. Like what you see, remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Dirt Rally, episode 24. I'm in the final race of this championship season, the Elite Championship, one off the highest tier. We're in Group B, four-wheel drive, and I'm in the most difficult to drive car there is in the Peugeot for a second season, and this season worse than the last, partially because I switched from a gamepad that I've been used to using for years and years and years in racing games, and have a steering wheel for the first time since the early 90s, where the technology has changed completely on that. And I've struggled to get used to it. Still struggling to get used to it, especially when I've turned this into a part-time series. And let's see, the radiator, fixing that is taking half of our time. We had a pretty hard crash due to a gate, as I did a couple warm-up stages. I need to put a little bit into the bodywork to fix the windshield, and we'll get wheels on the rest. I guess the drive shaft is going to have to stay as is, or do we want to take a little bit off the engine and get that drive shaft at least up to 90? 5 seconds. There we go. Car's not in great shape, but we are at about 90% here with 4 stages to go. I suppose that's doable with our half hour in the service area. Okay, so I was in 10th place in this one, and my first stage back was a long stage, and it was a struggle early on. I was a half a minute down at the end of the first sector, trying to get used to things again, and it actually, by the end of that long stage, I was in 10th, and I was where I was previously, so actually it wasn't that bad of a run by the end. The next stage, which was stage 6, I did 2 stages here off camera while getting used to the wheel again. That was much better. I finished 8th on the stage, and it actually moved me up to 8th overall in this race, which is a terrible place to be, just 8th place. But with 4 stages to go, we've still got a chance to move up a little bit further. This is a difficult race, apparently. I've never had this much trouble with this race, but we're on to another long one here on stage 7, and away we go. So my objective here is very much a survival, as I am really struggling and well behind in the overall, so I'm not competing for anything else, and I'm just looking to try to get out of this thing in one piece.
Into left 6.
Pick up a few points along the way.
Into right 2 long, crest. Into left 4, line over 2 crests. Into left 3 long, 60. Left 6 over crest. Right 2 long, don't cut. Into left 3 long. And right 4.
Already hear the grinding and the brakes, as we did not get any work
over crest, jump,
done on them.
Right 3 long, 60.
They are far from being in bad shape, but they are less than optimal.
Left 4, keep right over big jump. Into left 3 narrows, 40.
Just 9 seconds down, that's better than I've been in a while
into
here, so
keep right over crest.
10 seconds
5,
per
right
sector is pretty good for me at this point.
Left 6 long, into right 6, keep left over crest. Right 5 long, continues over crest, keep in.
Oh, hello,
Left
that's
4,
a new experience. I have not had a lag like that in this game, a lag spike,
left 3 long,
in a very long time on this game,
into right
so
6.
That was a bit unexpected and
Left 6 through
unwelcomed.
60.
Luckily did not do us any harm.
Left 4, into right 4 long, keep
Gate,
mid over
that
big
was
jump
close.
gate, left 6. And right
If you've
6
watched
over
this
crest,
series,
jump
I haven't had
maybe.
any lag spikes at all.
Into left 5 long, don't cut, 40.
20 seconds down.
Left 6 long, over crest and crest. Into right 6 long.
Nope. Can we get back on the road? Can we get back on the road? lag spike. Something's going on with my computer, I think. It is possible that I will have to go and restart if this continues. And then edit the video and come back into things here.
Into right 6, left 6, 200. Left 5, into caution, right 4, over jump, logs outside.
This is definitely computer related, not game related.
Into left 5, half long, 100.
So I'm trying to spike there again
Left
for a moment.
6, into right
That's
3,
not helping
stay
the
mid, logs
already
outside.
desperate situation
And
that I'm
left
in.
6, into right 6, left 6. 40, turn square left. Into right 5, continues 130, turn hairpin right. Into left 6,
Well,
60.
considering what we just went through, losing
Caution, turn left
23
back,
seconds
don't
on that
cut.
sector, that
Into
could have been a
right
lot
6,
worse.
over crest, turn right 1.
Especially when you add in
Into keep
the
left,
lag
half
spikes.
junction, crest. Right 6, half long. And left 4 long over crest. And right 5 continues for 100. Left 6 into caution, right 2 tightens to 1.
Much better control of the car than I've had though.
And keep
But
right
I am
over
going
crest. And left
well
6,
off the
60.
pace in order to do that. I've only had the one primary mistake right now.
Left 4
It cost
long,
me
don't cut,
about
logs
15
inside
seconds.
And on exit. Right 5 over crest, logs inside 80. Caution, left 4 logs crest. And left 5 tightens to 4, over crest, logs on exit.
What, 13, 14 seconds that time, so only a few seconds off of
80. Left 6.
the pace that I'm
Into
trying to
right
push.
2 tightens to 1, long, don't cut. Left 5, into right 6. Into left 4,
Whoa,
tightens to 3.
whoa,
80.
that was really sudden. Let's see if I can get through here. Not sure I can get back. I'm stuck in the trees. Okay, recovery it is. Just 3 seconds additional penalty as I've been off for a while, so.
Crest, into left 5, over crest,
Sad
right
thing,
1.
of course, though, in real life, I would have had to have gotten out of that.
Into right 3.
There wouldn't have been many fans around, but I would have had a co-driver
Caution,
who actually
left
talked
5,
me out of that
turn square
situation,
left, don't cut.
where the mirrors, where the trees were.
And right 6, left 6, crest, past junction, left 6, into left 4 crest and turn right 3. Into left
12
3.
down now. Already turning out to be a
Into
pretty
right
bad
5,
stage.
into left 5,
It's going to keep me a ways down.
into right 2, into left 5, right 6, into caution, left 5, over crest, 80 past junction, turn square right.
After.
Into left 3, half long, past junction. Into right 5, long,
Alright,
don't
so
cut.
as we continue the stage here,
And caution, left 4 long,
lag
over
spikes
crest,
are trying to
turn
come
hairpin
back
right.
here.
Into
The,
left 4, continues for 100.
Dirt
don't
Rally
cut.
2.0 is coming out, so if you have not heard, Dirt Rally 2.0 is coming out, and it's coming out extremely soon, less than 2 weeks from now.
Left 640, left 3.
I believe the release date, February 25th, I want to say.
Right 6, left 6 past junction.
Ooh, that was much better. Just a minute 20 off the pace.
Keep left over jump, 130. Caution, keep right over jump, past junction, braking.
And we
Left
will
6 into open
be
hairpin
moving
right.
on to Dirt Rally 2.0. So this series is going to take a new turn,
Left 6,
a new
open
start
crest,
with
80.
Dirt Rally 2.0, and this will be the final episode before coming up on Dirt Rally 2.0. The premise
Into right 6, half
will
long,
be the
80.
same. I'm going to try to work my way through the series
Right 5 long,
in the
turn
career
hairpin
mode.
left.
They have not revealed much about career
80.
mode yet. There's going to be a lot more cars than there is in the current version. I'd love to shift down, but I can't reach right now.
Keep left over crest, keep mid over crest, 80.
Tight hairpin there.
5 long, past junction.
it's hand over
100
hand.
Past lay-by. Right 6 long, past junction. Caution slowing,
We're
80
going
over
into
crest,
the area
right
that
five
cost
through
me
gate,
some
towards
serious
the
problems earlier in this race.
Caution keep mid
That
over
was
jump.
the first time I
100
completely
down,
got stuck
turn
right
Q
in
right.
here. Where it is. There we go. Hello.
Left one long, opens to 2 long.
I use the handbrake. I don't know how to use the handbrake properly.
60, caution right
Got me
4
a tighter
over
turn
big
than
jump.
expected.
And right 6 over big jump 40, down. Right 3 water splash. Right 2 through gate, opens past junction. 60 past junction.
Another lag spike. Come on.
Left 5 over crest.
It did not lag
to
spike
right
at all,
6
by the
long,
way.
60 to finish.
In those 2 stages that I warmed up with. Well, that's a big red disaster there on our progress map. But 11th overall by 1 second. That is certainly not good. But also just 15 seconds out of 7th, so not huge time losses. That is last of everyone who finished without major damage. But Dahl has retired. Kral, Tarunin, Lima, and DeLuca all losing huge chunks of time. And that's really what I'm counting on at this point to move up. In fact, Lima drops down to the standings and I go up to 7th place. Just 1 second hold ahead of Wojcik. Vasily also just a couple minutes back, as those have had their big problems but are running faster than I am. Slowly but surely I drop further and further back. Realistically, I should be up near Ruiz, but I'm just not having the best of races here. Massive time gaps behind me. At this point, I'm looking at no worse than about 9th place. I don't think Lima is going to catch me from 5 minutes back. Vasily and Wojcik could here in these final few stages, especially with only 1 second, 1 spot back. But I could definitely still move up with others that continue to wreck. That's been very clear in this race that a lot of cars are taking on some pretty heavy damage. Myself really included in that, as I continuously crash into things.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Stage here on
1.
stage number 8.
Go. Caution
Final
left
3
4,
stages of the championship and
left
of our
5
time
turns
on
to 4,
Dirt Rally
locks on
before
exit.
we move on to that Dirt Rally 2.0, which I am very much excited for.
80,
Graphics
left
look
6.
tremendous.
Into right
There
2
is now
turns to 1
track
long, don't
degradation, meaning the track's going to break down. So me, being in 7th place that I am,
Into
there
right
would be
6.
6 drivers
Into
on
left
track
4 times
before I
3,
go.
80.
And they will cause degradation to the track, so they'll sweep it clean for me. But then also there will be ruts in there, especially if it's muddy. So there's good and bad depending on the track. More grip or bigger ruts to try to follow, as you get everyone else ahead of you.
Left 6, crest past junction. Left 6. Into left 4 crest and turn right 3.
Hey, only 5 seconds off the pace.
Into right 5, into left 5, into right 2, into left 5, right 6, into caution, left 5, over crest, 80 past junction, turn square right.
Far side, far side.
Left 3, half long past junction.
Come on, turn, turn, turn.
Into right 5, long, don't cut. And caution, left 4, long, over crest, into turn hairpin right. Into left 4, continues for 100, don't cut. 100 through dip, keep left over crest. Left 6, 40, left 3. Right 6, left 6 past junction.
Hey, just 13 seconds down now through 2 sectors. This is a pretty decent run, especially for the standards that I've had on this race.
Left 6 over crest 80.
Big left hand.
Left 4 tight, don't cut.
Big left hand.
80.
180 turn coming up down the hill here just a little bit. Yeah, here it comes.
Keep left over crest. Keep mid over crest. 80. Right 5 long past junction 100 past lay-by.
17 seconds down.
6 long past junction.
Oh, I love it. This is such a good round for us here.
Right 5 through gate. Water splash. Caution, keep mid over jump. 100 down, braking, turn Q right.
Okay, let's see if I can do this better than I did last time. Use the handbrake here.
Left 1 long, opens to 2, long.
Come on, turn, turn, turn.
60, caution.
That was worse than the last time through here.
And right 6 over big jump.
Don't know how to use that handbrake appropriately.
Right 3 water splash.
Just what I've talked about in the previous episode or two. It's just something I'm not familiar with, that I've not grown up with. It's not been in the racing games that I play. Not a drifter. But if I'm going to have much success with rally, I'm going to have to learn how to use that appropriately. Wow, that was such a fantastic round, though, compared to what I've had this entire championship. Just 5th place, 21 seconds off the pace. That was really good. And big names at the front: Minami, Vaselli, Clark, Gautier. That's racing with who I'm used to racing with for a change. I even put some distance on Wojcik for a rare change in this particular race here. Open up a little bit of gap to them, 12 seconds back. Olsen dropped down in the standings as they lost some time. And now, with only 2 stages to go, I could stay clear of Vaselli potentially. They're 2 minutes back. Wojcik's still an issue. So I could be looking at 7th or 8th, unless somebody ahead of me wrecks here in these final 2 stages, especially if they do so in stage 9 and lose time in both stages 9 and 10. I don't think I would catch Minami at this point. I'm too far back, but just about anybody else could be in reach if they have a problem on the upcoming stage 9. So let's see, drive shaft suspension are down. Didn't take any major damage that time, so we're looking at being able to repair things a bit. Get the wheels all the way up. Get these up to 95, and actually maybe more. We still have time to go. Drive shaft suspension. Ooh, there we go. Now we're over. We'll take it off the drive shaft. And that'll do it. The car's in the best shape it's been in quite a while after a couple clean stages there. And with just 2 to go,
5.
we're in a decent position now.
3, 2, 1, go. 40 crest, right 5. And right 5 keep in. Into left 4. Into right 5 half long. Into left 1 long. Opens, continues for 150.
Okay, and this is one I've been on also in a longer stage, so that'll help. Some familiarity through here.
And left 6, keep left over crest. Into left 5, continues for 80. And right 6. And left 6, 130 over 2 crests. Into left 4 long over bump. And right 6 over crest, 200.
Oh. No gas for a little while there.
Crest.
Stalled out for a bit, but we're off and going again. Luckily, we still had some momentum to carry us through there.
Right 6 over crest. And left 4
7
long
seconds off
through
pace. Certainly not bad through there.
Keep right over crest, 100. Left 6, keep in. Right 6, crest. left 6 crest bump, right 6 60, left 6 and crest 60, right 6 crest and crest jump maybe 80, right 6 long and right 4 crest, into left 6 keep in 60 crest, into left 2 long don't cut, crest and right 6 half long and left 6 and right 6 80, caution right 6 60, turn open hairpin left.
Just 12 seconds off the pace halfway through the stage is another good run for me. Not quite as amazing as the last run was, but a lot of that was I avoided those top speeds.
Dip post, left 6 over crest, crest, right 6.
Carefully
right
through
5,
here because those posts
log
can
outside.
absolutely ruin our day.
Right 5 times to 4, logs outside 60. Caution crest, turn immediate open hairpin right. 60. Left 5 long.
A little wide on the entrance,
Caution crest immediate.
a little fast on the entrance, but got through that actually pretty well considering.
And left 5 long, keep
Yes,
in
deceptive.
130 over crest.
A little late on the warning as I still had too much pace and did not have the right line for the upcoming
Right 6, keep in
tight
80.
left-hander.
Left 5 long,
Co-driver
keep
should
in
have
80.
brought that up just a little bit sooner so I could have adjusted
Left 5
ahead of
long,
time.
Keep in 130, over jump maybe.
16 seconds off the pace.
60.
That was a good sector.
Right 6, keep in, crest 80. Right 5 over
A
crest.
little
100.
squirrely there after that little
Right 5
jump.
over crest.
Recovered
Left 6,
enough well.
caution, braking crest, down, immediate hairpin right. And left 6.
Hey, I used the handbrake fairly appropriately
And
that
left
time.
3 long through dip, keep in.
Ooh, that was so close. Felt myself starting to slide,
Caution
just
crest, and
hard on the
down,
brakes
immediate
to
open hairpin right.
stop that momentum. And just kept that on.
And gate.
Trying to figure out that handbrake now while I
To
can.
left 5 long over crest.
Ooh, I think that's the gate I took out earlier.
Left 5 over crest, jump maybe.
Off camera in the
Into left
final
5
stage
long, don't
before.
cut, logs
Took some
inside.
pretty hefty
And
damage on that
caution,
one.
left 660, keep right over crest, logs. Finish.
Oh, took out that timer just a little bit there. 8th place, 31 seconds, just 1 second behind Olsen and Ruiz. So that's, again, a decent time. Selly picks up a little bit of time on me, but look who's not there. Woshik, 52 seconds down. Trunin losing some time. Was Trunin ahead of me? No. No, so no change. And it looks like I'm destined for 7th place unless I lose 35 seconds to Woshik. I'm a minute 50 to Vaselli. I should be able to keep that. I'm not sure if this last stage is going to be a long one or a short one, so looks like we could be finishing in 7th. It's a shorter stage, but not the shortest, 5.7K. So I can definitely take some damage time-wise through this final episode, but our final stage. All right, here we go. We're gonna get to it. Final stage.
4, 3, 2, 1, go. 60 over crest.
It's timed very well.
And
Almost
right
went
6
early.
100. Left 6 and right 5.
Already slowing down a little bit, so
And
I'm
left
losing
6
some
half
time right
right,
now.
80 over crest.
So I'm driving cautiously.
Right 5 60.
Wanna go off the
Keep
edge.
Right over crest 150 through dip. Right 6 150. Dip right 6 and left 5 half long over crest 100. Keep right over crest 80. Keep left over crest 80 over crest. Right 6 and crest jump maybe 150.
Good sequence, just off the pace a little bit, so I'll be down on time a little. But only 4 seconds down. Can I survive that mistake? I do. I take some damage to the windshield. Just a little bump was all it took on that one.
Right 6 over crest.
We're off to a really good start on this stage here. And here comes our first slower corner. We didn't have to slow down too much as we were already down on pace a little bit. Nice clean first sector besides that little bump on the right rear that somehow vibrated enough to crack the windshield. Into that first slow danger zone now. We're good through it so far. It's coming up. Be careful with these.
Right over crest through posts. Left 6 through posts. Jump 60. Crest dip. Right 3.
Slow corner coming up.
Left 6 60. Line over
Less
crest.
than 9 seconds behind, halfway
Left
through the
4
stage.
long. Into right 1 long. Don't cut. 100.
Good read on that one. That I had too much pace and was definitely not going to hold the apex on that one.
Long over crest.
Got through that decently enough. Cost me a second.
80 over crest. Left 4 continues to 80, keep in, and crest. Into right 2 over 80, tightens to 1, and opens through posts. Right 6 posts, crest, keep right over crest. Into left 6 jump maybe, and jump, and keep right over jump 100.
Oh! Oh! Wow. Well, that was unfortunate because he didn't say anything about keep middle.
Left over jump maybe.
I tried to use the inside line, and I know it was off the line itself, but he didn't say I couldn't keep in. I kept in on it, and just took a little bump that shot my front end up into the air, and then had no control as we hit the right edge, and nice little barrel roll on that one, and now we're 30 seconds down, so our time gains through the first 2 sectors were lost very briefly there, as we lost at least 10-12 seconds on that roll.
Left 660. 6 through dip, keep right over crest, 150, keep right over crest.
So I was intentional on that spot,
left
so
3 long through posts. And gate, 80. Gate, left 4, keep in. Into right 5 half long, 80 through dip, gate.
Ooh, that was a left 4. That was not a left 4. Barely
Right
saved
6,
that.
100,
That was a slow
big
3.
crest, jump maybe. Hairpin left, 100.
So what happens is I get a little bit more bold as I start to get confident, and then things
Right
quickly
5,
go
into
sour
right 5
as we
long,
reach
don't cut, logs
past our
inside.
point of control.
100 over crest, keep left.
Oh, we are stuck sideways there, right at the finish line with a 15-second penalty. That's going to lower our time quite a bit and could be enough to drop me 10 seconds behind Woshik. I think we've got enough, though. Yes, enough of a cushion. We stay ahead of him, so 7th in the final standings. 12 minutes, 54 seconds behind the race winner, Minami. But that's going to wrap up this season. 198,000 credits is still a pretty good total. A lot of that comes from all of those bonuses. In the final standings, though, it is Clark who moved up to 2nd ahead of Vaseli. Dahl is the winner. Minami with multiple DNFs actually matches Vaseli on points. And I end up down in 5th place, just ahead of Gautier. So the group that I was racing with most of the season, I end up at the back of that group. Gautier I do end up ahead of, at least Ruiz, not somebody I normally raced. Sad thing was in this last race I was racing Woshik. Woshik's highest finish was 8th twice, including that final race. It's not somebody I was racing at any point else in the season, as I was 50 points clear of them. At least I wasn't at the very, very, very back, but it was not our best season as we remain in Elite. But as we exit out of here, no promotion, so the tier stays the same. But class is going to be different. We're going to head to the garage here as we wrap up, and we'll see. We got all three 1960s, all four 1970s, all three 1980s cars. And then into the Group B, we've got 5 in the four-wheel drive. We've got 2 in the rear-wheel drive, and we've got the potential to get the third, maybe. We'll see. No, we are short on the cash to get the final Lancia, so not one more car. But we would be done heading into the next season with the four-wheel drive club. We would be heading into the rear-wheel drive on either the Lancia or the Opel. I've driven the Lancia before. I would probably be taking the Opel this time around, just for something a little bit different. So we would be moving up a car classification heading into next season, but next season is not going to happen, and not an additional car owned, as we can't quite yet finish the Group A. But that's going to do it for this episode, for this season of Dirt Rally. We're going to be moving into Dirt Rally 2.0, and I'll be starting our journey over. We're going to continue using the Thrustmaster T150 as we do so, and hopefully I will grow more and more used to it. We'll be starting off in a similar format of building class by class, tier by tier, getting every car along the way. I hear that there are over 50 cars coming out on release, and that there will be as many as 25 more, so we'll have 70 to 75 cars by the end of full release. After about 6 months, there should be additional cars, tracks being released to that game. Some beautiful and more realistic terrains. Like here, Monaco, there are a couple stages that are like Monaco here, but in real life, Monaco has more openness, and there's only a couple stages that are this way. So more variety to the tracks that we're going to get, including the buildings that are very close to the edge of the road that you've got to avoid, more hay bales that mix up the track, that are kind of just placed, and you've got to really pay attention to that co-driver. So I've seen a little bit of footage of others that got some pre-releases. I did not myself. I will be getting the game on launch day. It is available the weekend before. If you want to spend an extra $20, that's not something that I am prepared to do myself. This game is already fairly expensive to begin with. I believe it's $60, and it's going to cost $80 if you want to get it 4 days early. And they say 4 days early, but if you look on release dates, it's actually only 3 days early. So that weekend in advance is not enough. We'll get the game on launch day, and I'll produce some videos that day. And then on my normal, which is Thursdays for this one, we'll go weekly for a while, and we'll see how much content I can push out with this, as I do quite enjoy Dirt Rally. And this last race, not a great testament to it, but I'm more used to the wheel on Dirt Rally than I was on F1 2018, where the margins are finer and the wheel was had me a little bit overwhelmed. But thanks for tuning in, and be sure to tune in here in a week and a half when Dirt Rally 2.0 comes out and we get that series underway. Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to hit subscribe if you want to see more, especially if you want to see the new upcoming series. And that's going to do it. Bye for now.